Okay. What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if it didn't even start yet, y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Miss Ebony K. Williams, man, I've done quite a few videos about reactions, I should say, about Miss Ebony K. Williams, from the things she was saying, from the sperm donors, from things she's talking about how she ain't gonna date a man with a bus, that drives a bus and all this, that, and the third. Now here she is again talking or giving advice to quote unquote alpha females. Alpha female. What is an alpha female, ladies? What does that mean to you? I know what it means, but what does it mean to you to be labeled or be considered an alpha female or alpha woman? Let's get into this video, y'all.
Dear alpha female, it's not him, it's you. That's the name of a book by my next guest, which is described as a love letter to the accomplished and proud alpha females of the 21st century. Y'all know her. She has it all. The degrees, the career, the lavish lifestyle, all of the sky miles, but she does not have a successful relationship. Author Christal Jordan says, from one alpha woman to another, it is time for some serious self-reflection. Christal, we so appreciate you joining us here at the Griot. So let's start by defining whether or not an alpha female, as it relates to dating, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing, or does it depend?
I think it depends. First of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with being an alpha female. I define an alpha female as a woman that has leadership skills, that is career and goal driven, goal oriented, and someone that takes pride in what she's accomplished. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think when it becomes a problem is when we try to apply those same characteristics that push us forward in our career or in accomplishments that we're looking for in the workplace, and we try to apply those same characteristics to dating, and that's when the problem, sometimes arises.
Yeah. Now, I hear the critique that you make, that is some of these alpha women, and I'm going to say we because I definitely identify as an alpha woman, we tend to have unrealistic expectations in list, right? I'm not a heightist, but a lot of us want tall, we want cultured, we want college educated. That is on my list. We want earning, at this point, 6 figures is not even descriptive enough, right? People are wanting high 6 figures, if not even 7 figures, and so on and so on. Christal, what's the advice of a woman that says, I know intellectually that those are too many things to ask for from one man because of many things, but just the marketplace does not provide many of them, period, right? The math ain't mathin'. But then this woman could also say, but honestly, if he's not educated at that level, if he's not having the income that would allow my lifestyle to maintain at least where it's at or more, I'm not as attracted. What does that woman do in that scenario?
Well, I think the first problem is a lot of times we build these fences and these high walls and high expectations because we're trying to protect ourselves, because underneath all that bravado and accomplishment is really a scared little girl that doesn't want to be hurt or taken advantage of. And I think that one of the things that drives alpha personalities is a fear of failure. I know for myself, I wrote this book because it described me and most of my friends. I come from an amazing tribe of accomplished women that are, are good girlfriends and an amazing support system. But most of us have come from a situation where we don't want to fail. We don't want to fail in the workplace. We don't want to fail when it comes to love. And so we create these unrealistic expectations to keep us safe. And what those things do is they keep us from being taken advantage of, but they also keep us from actually being loved and appreciated and cherished. And so what I would say is a lot of us need to reevaluate these lists, figure out, what do you actually need in life? What exactly do you need him to be 6'3" for? I remember I went to a dating matchmaker and I'm 5'2". And one of my qualifications, I wanted him to be 6'3". And she said, Christal, why do you need all these extra inches? Like if he's 5'10", is he taller than you? And it's like,
not extra inches.
I needed extra inches, and and
we're gonna leave it right there. Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there.
Listen, okay, all right. I let it play out because I was waiting for them to get to the part about the dating aspect for the alpha females, because I wasn't trying to hear all the other stuff. But whatever. So we here now, finally. Okay. What did she say? She said, "Oh, well, we create unrealistic dating standards because it keeps us safe. It does this, it does that, but it is also a huge hindrance to you. It keeps you single. It keeps you alone. How about that? It keeps you cold that goddamn night. How about that? These are the things like, and again, and let me say this, there's nothing wrong with quote unquote, I don't believe in alpha females, but whatever. There's nothing wrong with you being an alpha female, an alpha woman, as long as you understand your place when it comes to being with a man. I don't care if it's black man. Obviously, I prefer for a black woman to be a black man, but it doesn't matter. Being with a man in general, I don't give a damn who you date, but date somebody. Different race, different sex, same sex, whatever y'all like, I can care less, whatever. But be with someone. The problem that I'm seeing online and in person with not to be personal, but with people in my family, people that I work, women that in my family, I should say, women in my family, women that I work with, they're using their job to be their husbands. And then what's going to happen? You're going to look up just like Eboni K. Williams, and you're going to be 50 years old, 40 years old, still single. Like, damn, what? Where has time gone? I hear this all the time from black women. Hey, listen, I'm focusing on myself because of ABC 1, 2, 3. That's BS. That's cap. That's nonsense. Because naturally, you're going to want to be with someone. But again, just like she said, you have unrealistic dating standards. What did she say? She's 5'2". She wanted a man that was 6'3". That's pretty exact, number one. Extremely precise. She didn't say 6 foot and up. She said 6'3". That's extreme. So you out here with tape measures? You out here measuring too? Hey, yo, stand right here. Let me mark your height. No, I can't do it. You 6'2.5". No, you 6'2 3/4". You're almost there, but no. Another woman had to come and sit her ass down. Yo, what are you gonna do with all this? Why does that matter? It doesn't matter. Unrealistic dating standards have kept women, or I should say women in our community, black women, kept our black women single and kept them in this bubble. In this bubble, thinking that they actually believe that they can qualify to be with a Superman when they themselves are not Lois Lane. I said this so many goddamn times. So many times. You want a man that's 6'3". Okay, what if he's 5'6", 5'8", 5'11"? That's still taller than you. What's the problem? And when we having these types of conversations, Dev, well, she wants what she wants, Dev, and it's this and that third. Yes, you're right. But what's going to end up happening is when you grow up, you're going to be freezing your eggs, just like Eboni K. Williams, just like what's her name, Kendra G, and all those other damn women that come out here with these crazy ass rhetoric. I'm telling y'all right now. Oh, I can be single. I don't mind being single. I'm gonna use my toy. Oh, okay, cool. And when them batteries die, when that rose, that squirrel, or that bullet, whatever y'all call it, rabbit bullet, whatever, can't hold you and caress you and rub on you at night, rub on your back when you tired, rub your feet down, oil your body down. It can't do none of that stuff at night. That's when that realization is going to kick in. Like, I made a mistake. Why is it, ladies, that you cannot, or black women, I should say, why is it that y'all cannot multitask? When I was in grad school getting my master's, I've seen so many Caucasian women that was either engaged or married with children. Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, Indian. Hell, Indian and Asian girls getting married by the time we got our bachelor's degree. But then when it came to my black woman, then it was, oh, I have to focus on me. Oh, well, I'm trying to go to school. Oh, well. A bunch of excuses. Your counterparts are able to do this in majority with no problem, no issue whatsoever. And then what would they do? They're going to try to blame black men. Well, the men, they intimidated by me and my success. Are they intimidated by you and your success, or are they intimidated by you and your mouth? Those are two completely different things, y'all. Let's keep going.
But seriously, a lot of times we create this because we are afraid. And so I would ask you, there's nothing wrong with having expectations, and I don't believe that we should settle. But I do think that we need to look for things in a mate that are actually going to lend to a happy life and actually lend to, us being fulfilled as a woman. If he has a PhD, Does that mean you're going to have a better life with him than if he has a bachelor's degree? You know, I don't know. I think each woman has to define that for herself. But I think it's important to actually put yourself in a realistic situation and figure out what your needs are, not your girlfriend's, not what you think is going to look good on paper, but what is actually going to feed your spirit.
And before they continue, what did she say? Not your girlfriends. Fellas, I say this all the time. Whatever woman that you're dating, it's a damn shame how her homegirl, her best friends, her besties, BFFs, whatever they call it, whatever women call each other nowadays, holds more weight than what you say. And you're the one that's sleeping with her. You're the one that's dating her. A lot of the things that come out their homegirls' mouth. What do I always say, fellas? Single women keep single women single. That's a fact. That's a fact. And although I am partially maybe 80% in agreement with this woman right here, right? With her and the things that's been coming out her mouth. But mainly I believe it's from maturity. Is she married? I don't know. But it's from maturity. Now she don't need want a man that's 6'3". She'll settle for a man that's 5'8", because you start aging out, you start hitting the wall. What did she say? Does it mean that a man that has a doctorate degree doesn't mean that you're going to be living a better life compared to a man that has a bachelor's degree? No, it doesn't. But what do you hear women say? He got to be a doctor. He got to be a lawyer. He got to make 100,000 and up. Okay, ma'am. You got a man that has all these accolades and making all this damn money. Does that mean he's going to treat you with respect? Does that mean he's not going to be abusive, a druggie, abusing to you, abusive to himself? A father figure, a role model, a husband, a man to you. That doesn't mean any of that. Look at what's her name, Cardi B, and whatever her husband's name. Look how many times that man done cheated on her. And he's bringing in millions of dollars. Is he a man to her? Is he a husband to her? Is he a role model to his daughter? When you're sitting down having these types of tones of conversation with them fellas, again, ladies, when we're having these types of conversation with y'all get gang goofy. Y'all don't want to talk about it. Y'all want to start deflecting. I'm very happy and surprised that this woman is I mean, listen, she's, again, I'm not in 100% because there's some inconsistencies that I haven't really been feeling, but in all, she's been doing a great job.
Okay. Now let's get to women and our ability to assess ourselves authentically. I do believe that a lot of women struggle with this one, Christal, right? So help give us some tools to really look in that mirror and say, okay, this is maybe the woman I aspire to be. This might be the woman I am 20% of the time, but this is the woman I really am. And this is really how I show up in romantic connection.
Well, I think the first thing we have to do is realize that personality that we take into the workplace that often has managed to, push us forward and to provide success, that is not the same woman that we need to take on a date. I find that a lot of women are going on dates, and a lot of us are frustrated, specifically after having been through a lot of negative relationships. You go on that date and you're looking for what you can find in him to count him out. And you actually sit down on that first date with your checklist. And that energy comes across the table, And so I would suggest to women to, instead of finding out what is wrong with that guy, instead of looking for his flaws, try to enjoy the date, tap into that feminine energy. Do not go on a date right after you get off of work and you're still in that work mode. Go home, relax. Allow yourself to slip into that feminine side that a lot of us don't get a chance to, that hat we don't get a chance to wear in the workplace. Those characteristics that are going to make you successful at work, you're going to have to tap into a completely different set of characteristics at home. You would not go for a job interview and talk about how you make an amazing quiche. That if you sat down with an employer and explained how you're such an amazing cook, that's not going to apply to you finding a job. And so I think in the same token, you have to realize being that boss chick on a date is not going to appeal to that man. It's not going to show him that you would be an amazing partner. So we have to be able to look at both sides and wear two different hats. You have to be able to code switch, if you will.
I have so many thoughts, Christal. I hear you, though. I do hear you.
Yeah, she got thoughts because she disagrees with everything that you're saying. That's why. And that right there is the let me let her finish. But that right before I forget, that right there is the issue. They cannot code switch. They cannot take off the hat. You're a boss chick at work. Okay, cool. Congratulations. But you're not doing or talking to me like that when you come home. That is the problem. A lot of them cannot code switch. What do they say? oh, I can be feminine to the right man. What are you talking about? A real feminine woman is going to be feminine regardless. Regardless. That lets me know that you are not truly feminine. That's like me saying, oh yeah, I only earn six figures with a woman that's 100% feminine to me. What? It's either you make $100,000 a year or you don't. There's no in between, no gray shaded areas. You're either feminine or you're not. That is the problem. That is the problem. Let me let her finish because we're almost done. Let me get up out of here.
I want you to stay with us for much more discussion on this topic. We're going.
Okay, so they're basically done. Shout out to Eboni K. Williams. I think her show is called The Griot, something like that. I'll do my best to make sure that I can find the full video so y'all can go watch it. I'll put that link in the description, and then I'll, of course, make sure to tag her channel also too as well. All in all, I mean, excellent video. I mean, I agree with what the other lady was saying. I agree with a lot of the things she was saying. Again, a few inconsistencies here and there, but all in all, great video. Really, really good video, man. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol on the side. Anytime you upload, notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading all your comments, if any. So, until next time, please, man, y'all be safe, Erica.